Megalith means big stones. And while these aren't terribly big stones, they're definitely megaliths. This is the Cromlech de Val del Rai. Let's explore. The Cromlech de Val del Rai is located in the Alentejo, in the municipality of Mura. It's on private property and access is restricted. I was given permission by the landowner to visit and film the site. This is a small cromlech, 12 standing stones, each about a meter tall, forming a perfect horseshoe shape opening to the east. It's the smallest megalithic enclosure in all of Iberia, and it was the first to be discovered in Portugal. This cromlech, or enclosure, was one of the first to be discovered. It was discovered in the 1950s by the archaeologist Georg E. Verleisner, who excavated and investigated prehistoric sites all around Portugal in the 1950s. Despite it being one of the first to be discovered, it's one of the least well known. The Leisners were focused exclusively on funerary monuments, dolmens, antas in Portuguese. So this arrangement of menhirs was more or less ignored by the archaeological community. It was identified again in 1977 by a team from the Geological Services of Portugal and given a different name, the Cromlech do Monte das Figueiras. Unfortunately, it was then destroyed by workers on the estate, who broke up the cromlech and moved the stones to allow access by tractors. In 2001, archaeologists Manel Calado and Leonor Rocha led a team to excavate the monument and restore it. They were able to find the original sockets for all of the stones and restored all but one of the menhirs. Menhir number 8 was missing many fragments and was unable to be rebuilt. There weren't many artifacts found during the excavation, some fragments of ceramics and a few stone tools. It wasn't possible to accurately date the monument, but its similarity to other sites indicate that it was likely built in the early or middle Neolithic, 6,000 years ago or possibly earlier. It seems to have been used up through the late Neolithic, about 5,000 years ago. The excellent state of Val del Rai, a complete, perfect horseshoe, has guided archaeologists in their studies of other sites in the region, which have been fully or partially dismantled. The horseshoe shape seems to be the general paradigm for megalithic enclosures in the Alentejo. Its orientation to the east, and more specifically to the spring equinox, also serves to confirm the importance of astronomical orientation of Alentejo megaliths. In fact, the nearby alignment of menhirs of Monte Terra follows the same orientation despite being a much more recent construction. It dates to the Iron Age, thousands of years after the Cromlech de Val del Rai was built. Does this indicate a continuity of prehistoric beliefs and practices? Or was it a case of inspiration and copying? We can only speculate. This excellent cromlech is truly fascinating and inspiring. It is, however, on private land, and it is not possible to visit it. As you can see behind me, this is a working farm. There are sheep in this field, and there are cattle all around, and there are people working here. This is privately owned property. The owners have given me permission to film here, but they said, please don't give our location. We don't want people coming here because we've had people come here who leave rubbish and throw out cigarettes, which can cause fires, which is a real problem here in Portugal. So when you visit a prehistoric site out in the countryside, please be respectful to the owners, please be respectful to the property, and be respectful to the sites themselves. It's a shame that irresponsible and thoughtless visitors have soured the attitudes of the landowners. It really is important for all of us to remember as we visit any ancient site that we must be respectful to the sites themselves and the ancient stones, but also to the people who own the property. For now, we can be glad that the landowners care enough about the monument to preserve and protect it. We'll just have to settle for visiting this small but precious cromlech virtually. I hope you've enjoyed this visit to the Cromlech de Val del Rey. If you want to know more or see more photos, check out the links down below. I've got lots more information about it as well as other sites on my website, prehistoricportugal.com. And I'd love to hear your opinion. Leave a comment down below. What do you think? Should sites like this always be open to the public? Or is it okay if the owners restrict access? Don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to be visiting lots more sites in the weeks and months to come. Thanks for watching.